Alright, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the internet. We'll be discussing what is the internet and how does the internet work. Let's jump in. So, what is the internet? Well, there is what many of us think it is. Some magical cloud floating up there that we upload selfies to boost our self-esteem or connect intimately with loved ones. This is me and my wife at 7 p.m. when we've put the kids down and haven't seen each other all day. But what actually is it? It's just a piece of huge infrastructure consisting of cables, servers, and other tangible components. The best way to understand how the internet works is to look at the postal system. It's a useful analogy because both are exchanging things. The postal system enables us to send and receive a letter from A and B. We start at an address on one side of the world, like 10 Downing Street in the UK. And we have an address on the other side of the world, like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in the USA. Through the postal system, a letter can travel to and from these two addresses. Now, the mail is not sent direct. It's not like the mailman is picking up the letter and jumping on a plane to deliver the mail personally. There is a lot more happening behind the scenes. So let's take a look at how the postal system works. Letters go to and from A and B through a sophisticated system. We start at our address and take the letter to our local post office. The post office will then gather all the mail that is collected throughout the day and send it to a local sorting center. Then any international mail will go through customs for inspection and be prepared for international dispatch. The letter is then usually flown to the destination country where it will arrive in customs. And once past any necessary checks, it will be sent to a local sorting center, and then to a local post office, and then finally delivered to the destination address. And of course, this process can be repeated the other way. This means that nearly every address in the world is an entry point to the postal system, meaning that all addresses are connected. Now, this may be a bit of an oversimplification, but this principle of how mail is exchanged through a system that everyone can access is the important bit. So let's now take a look at the internet. Similar to the postal system, the internet enables us to send and receive digital information from A and B. Instead of a house, we have our device, a computer, tablet, or phone. And instead of a physical address, we have a digital address, like 192.168.1.1, which is called an Internet Protocol address, or IP address for short. You can actually look up your own IP address by going to Google and searching "what is my IP address" and clicking on a link like this. This tool, whatismyipaddress.com, is able to tell me what my own IP address is, which I've just blurred for security reasons. Just like the postal system, we have a destination we want to send to, which is another computer with a unique IP address. Through the internet, digital information can travel back and forth between computers. Now, the other computer we are interacting with is almost always not a device like mine and yours, but a special computer called a server, which usually belongs to a company like Facebook, Google, Amazon, etc., and is designed to be on 24/7. Now, in technical terms, the device we are using is called the client. Just like the post, information is not sent directly. There is no direct cable from my house to Google's server, and there is a lot more happening behind the scenes. So let's now take a look at how the internet works. Just like the postal system, digital information goes to and from A and B through a sophisticated system. We start at our device, the client. Let's say our goal is to go to google.com. This request is sent to our Internet Service Provider, or ISP for short. Our ISP is the gateway to the internet. They are major telecommunication companies like AT&T in the US, BT in the UK, and Telstra in Australia. Our ISP will pass on our request to a domain name system, or DNS for short, which is basically a giant phone book and looks up the IP address of google.com. The DNS will send our request to the IP address of Google's server. In this case, the google.com homepage is public and made accessible to everyone without requiring any authentication checks. It's not like you need to log in or anything like that. So Google sends us back the google.com homepage. We can actually look up the IP address of a lot of companies on a tool like this. If I search google.com, I'll be given a whole bunch of records like this. If I go to the A record over here and copy this IP address and put it in my address bar and hit enter, I'll be taken straight to the google.com homepage. So let's now formally define the internet. The internet is a global network of interconnected computers and devices that allows for the transmission and exchange of digital information. So it's not some magical cloud. In fact, there are a lot of large cables on the ocean floor that connect all parts of the world to the internet. Over the next few videos, we'll be building up a summary card called Introduction to Web Development. From this video, we've looked at the internet, which is a global network of interconnected computers and devices that allow for the exchange of digital information. Don't forget, you can download all the summary cards and presentation slides from the bootcamp in the link in the description below. Alright, we started off nice and slow, but now it's time to turn up the dial and cover some more challenging concepts. Click here to move on to the next video in the playlist, and click here to subscribe to the channel to get updates.